folks, Chuck here again with Hillbilly Half Acre Homestead. Been having some folks in the comments that want to educate me on how to hold a rabbit. Well, sorry folks, I don't always do it right, but there are different ways to hold a rabbit. I'm not saying any are right or any are wrong. Somebody's been asking me also in a comment, they've been having problems with rabbits scratching them. There's a few factors here. If a rabbit is not used to being handled, it is going to scratch. It is going to kick, and it's going to try to get away from you. These little babies, see? They're not used to being handled. Now watch Sangria. Okay, now she goes and hovers back here. Okay, they are prey animals. Okay, no matter how used they are to being touched, it's very rare that you won't see them. Okay, come here, baby. Now look. Here, I've got the cage bottom, the right height, and what have you. That's not the case everywhere else. No, you should not grab a rabbit by the scruff and pick it up. That is absolutely right. And for all of you that keep telling me that in the comments, I appreciate you stating the obvious, but I already know that. And if you've watched all of my videos, you also have heard me say, I hate picking a rabbit up by the scruff, but sometimes they don't give me any other choice. Now, take Sangria for instance. Okay, she's been handled and she's been shown, but that's been a few months. Now watch. Get underneath here, grab her back so she can't jump off. See how I picked her up? I didn't grab her by the scruff. But now, I go over here and try to do the same thing with Sally. We just talked in a video I just got through filming. She's skittish. She wouldn't allow me to do that. Now, how to hold a rabbit? Well, that too, there's different ways to hold a rabbit. The way I'm holding this rabbit, this is what feels more normal and more natural to me. This is not what I would call the proper way to hold a rabbit. But if your rabbits are used to being handled, and they're not going to kick and fight and what have you to get away and jump back in the cage and so on and so forth, you can hold them like this. Just let their feet dangle. Okay, now see, she didn't like that, and she was fixing to try to jump back in that cage. Okay, now she's getting upset. So, let's make this quick. A couple of things you want to keep in mind. Reach in underneath, pick the rabbit up, stay right here. Reach in underneath the rabbit, get under that belly, try to put the other hand on the back, preferably the butt. If I could, I would actually, in this case, put my hand underneath her bottom and support that way. But as soon as I get to where I can, see I put my hand right underneath her butt. I've got her supported. Now, you're going to carry a rabbit. The football hold is the best. Now, if you've got a fairly calm rabbit, now, Sangria was just making a little bit of fight, but she's still a fairly peaceful, calm rabbit and doesn't mind being held. Okay, so I can hold her like this. If you're walking with the rabbit, here's a little tip. If you're walking with a rabbit, sometimes if you're walking around with a rabbit and you make them feel like they're going to fall, this is pretty high up off the ground. They look down there and they feel like they're going to fall, they might start making fight at you and start kicking you right there in the side or scratching at you right here. These claws, even if they've just been cut, can hurt. You want to prevent that. One thing, if you're walking with a rabbit, like say with her, if I was going to walk around there to take her to the buck, this is a good tip. See what I just did? I blindfolded her. Now look, follow me with that camera. Okay, I've got her blindfolded. See here? And I'm going right here, okay? Now I can unblindfold her while I'm not moving. And right here's the bucks. This is where I would be going to. Now when I pull her back out from the buck, okay, breeding successful or not, it doesn't matter. She's got to go back home. Pull her out from the buck. I put my hand right there over her eyes. See? Taking her right back home. Now if I had done that and she could see the ground while I was walking, she probably would have freaked out and started kicking and fighting and scratching at me. I've had it happen a lot of times, okay? You blindfold the rabbit. Okay? There's another way of doing it. If they scratch, if they are real easy about scratching, this is actually, they're both actually a football hold, okay? But get your rabbit, okay? Easy, baby. Put that head right in between your elbow or your upper arm and your body and set her butt right there in your hand. Easy, sweetie. There you go. Let them legs hang down. Set her butt right there in your hand. Now, if she kicks, she's kicking away. And not to mention, if a rabbit kicks and there is no force, they can kick so hard, kicking thin air, that they can break their own back. So if you've got your hand right here, if she kicks, my hand is going to be see, it's right in the crook of her leg. See here, my finger? If she kicks, my hand is going to be putting resistance against that back leg of hers. And she's not, you see what I'm saying? and it's going to help restrain her legs. Talking about the blindfold, look, you still got her blindfolded. See that? So, walk to the buck. This is actually probably a better way. This is probably, I would say, the best way to do it, especially if you've got one that's a little bit leery of being handled. You've got control of the legs. Here, see these feet? If those kick, they're kicking away from your body and less likely to be grabbing a hold of you and putting a big old scratch from here to here. You got complete control over your rabbit. I would still put my hand up here, because if she were to get spooked, she could still pull her head up back and what have you. I would still put my hand right here, but you got that football. See, just like a football. You got it in there, and if somebody went to tackle you, you could hold on to that football that way. Now, if you got, what if you're at the show, picking your rabbit up off a show table? Then come over here with me. Now, since I don't have a table out here, I use this old nesting box. Oops, I'm sorry, baby. I just plopped her down there, didn't I? I just plopped her down here, huh? Yeah. Okay, now say I wanted to evaluate her or any other rabbit. You know, I'm going to get her up here. Lay down there. There you go. Oh, there we go. No, that's not going to work. Yep, she's got sore nipples, tender nipples, and she don't want to put her belly down, so I won't make her. Anyway, I'm looking her over. I'm checking her out. I might be doing some grooming or whatever I'm doing, okay? You got her at the show. You put her in the coop. You take her out, okay? You got to, normally you're using a show table or something, some kind of table that's just about waist high to pick up your rabbit, okay? You've got it sitting right here, okay? If she's like this, you know, if you're a rabbit person, you're used to handling rabbits, put them the way you want them. Turn them around here, okay? See there? Her head's facing the right way. Got her, pick her up a little bit here, put your hand right there under her butt, and just take her away from the table. And you're gone. You got her feet. If you've got that butt supported, she doesn't feel like she's going to fall. She's not going to, very unlikely, she's going to freaking start kicking and scratching it. Just wanted to give y'all some tips holding your rabbit. It seems like a simple thing, but you would probably be hard pressed to find somebody that's doing it correctly. Anyway, I hope this helps somebody. People yell at me about scruffing rabbits. The way my cages are hung, in a lot of cases, the temperament of my rabbit, how used they are to being handled, and the door size and location on the cage has a lot to do with the fact that a lot of times I have no choice but to grab a rabbit by the scruff and pull them through the doorway of the cage, and then get them like this, okay? People are going to continue to yell because and they're going to be people that aren't going to watch this video. But from here on out, people tell me that I'm not handling a rabbit correctly. I'm just not even going to respond to that comment. I mean, that's, you know, I've explained enough times why I handle a rabbit incorrectly and why I have to. Okay? Maybe your rabbit setup is different. Maybe you don't have to. Maybe you're not as big and fat as I am and have a hard time getting both hands in the door of a rabbit cage. Or maybe you can get both hands in the door of a rabbit cage. Me, I have a hard time doing that. And that's why sometimes I have to scruff. I've got mini Rex rabbits, as small as they are, that won't let me pick them up underneath the belly. I got to get them out of the cage if I need to see them. Okay, so you got to do what you got to do. Don't feel bad if you have to scruff your rabbit, okay? I'm not saying that you should scruff your rabbit, but if you have to, don't feel bad. Just do it as gently as possible, okay? Because it does stress a rabbit. They're prey animals, and anytime you grab a rabbit and start moving it like that, it adds, you know, it adds stress to that rabbit right then and there, and it's instantaneous, okay? So do it as little as possible and as gently as possible. And I hope this helps somebody. Thanks for watching. Y'all have a great day, and God bless.